King, this year's Vice President.
And I am Amaris Wilkins, this year's Public Relations Officer. We are members of the National Junior Honor Society here at Salem Church Bay. We would like to begin our induction ceremony by welcoming all of you today.
We take a lot of pride in continuing the traditions and guidelines that have been established over the years. We owe tremendous thanks to our previous sponsors who helped make our organization strong and prosperous.
Former teachers, Mrs. Lilly and Mrs. Sibbert, re-established the National Junior Honor Society at Salem Church Middle School in the spring of 1980. Since that time, the Honor Society has grown and become quite active. Members of the Honor Society must not only earn and maintain a high level of excellent and minimal grade point average of 3.5, but they must also exhibit qualities of leadership and service to our school and community, and a good citizen. As members, we are given the opportunity to practice leadership and give service as well as maintain good citizenship and high scholastic average. Members of the National Junior Honor Society are special people, looked upon as examples by the entire school body. We are proud and happy to welcome our new members today.
On the table are 5 unlit candles representing scholarship, leadership, service, character, and citizenship. In order to be inducted, a student must qualify in all 5 areas and have positive recommendations from the faculty and administration. And now, to briefly discuss what these 5 areas mean, I would like to turn the program over to this year's president, Talia Carrier-Roy.
The light of the white candle represents scholarship or wisdom. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. I would like to call on Sydney King to speak on service.
The red candle stands for service. Service means caring for others and giving ourselves. By sharing our time, energy, and talents, we can help others. The members of the National Junior Honor Society demonstrate these qualities of service by assisting others and showing appreciation to those who assist us. And now, Sydney Hatch, our secretary, will speak on leadership.
The green candle represents leadership. Leadership is not something with which you are born. It must be acquired not necessarily by being elected as an officer of a club, but by being responsible and tactful enough to handle the job if it were presented to you. Leadership requires the ability to begin and complete a job and to have an unselfish sincerity towards others. A leader has confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. And now I would like to call our treasurer, Berkeley Tomlinson, to speak on citizenship.
The flame of the green candle represents citizenship.
regarding freedom, justice, patriotism, and respect for other human beings are all included in the explanation of citizenship. Citizenship is vital to the strength of our country. It requires effort and commitment. Without it, there would be a lack of democracy. And now Amaris Wilkins, our public relations officer, will speak on character.
The last candle is the yellow one. When combined with the others, it symbolizes character. Character is a distinguishing attribute that makes everyone special. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. Sydney Keene and Sydney Hatch will now announce the new members of the National Junior Honor Society.
Fortunate being inducting 66 new members into our group. As we announce his or her name, would each new member please come forward, receive a candle from a current NJHS member, and take your earned position on the stage. Also, with the audience, please hold any applause until the end.
Nelly Acosta,
Jelania Maya,
Carly Barber,
Gracie Barlow,
Isaac Bates,
Logan Benton,
Kaden Boyd,
Valeria Brenes,
Landon Brown,
Nakia Bryant,
Zaire Britton,
Joshua Butler,
Cassidy Camper,
Terry Cheatham,
Nathan Concession,
Anastasia Dancy,
Walter Daniels,
Jada Darden,
Jackson Jury,
Kelsey Edwards,
Landon Ferguson,
Katie Fernandez,
William Garrow,
Isley Goldman,
Haley Grant Devine,
Alexis Hall,
JC Hammond,
Rubayet Hossein,
Jessica Iraheta,
Brooklyn Jones,
Samaya Kirksey,
Justin Kite,
Justin Lawson,
Jacqueline Lopez,
Damon Laurie,
Yuri Mans,
Gabriel Mays,
Erica Mendoza Prieto,
James Mines,
Isabella Montijano,
Mariah Morgan,
Layla Newman,
Kaylin Ward,
Jada Patterson,
Brandon Keith,
Nicole Perez Diaz,
Riley Perkins,
Caitlin Pulley,
Abigail Purdy,
Oswaldo Quintanilla,
Gary Riley,
Naomi Robinson,
Keith Crawley,
Michaela Royal,
Samantha Ruana,
Maria Ruiz,
Selena Ruiz,
Mia Schultz,
Anna Silenton,
Hera Shaw,
Malia Stevens,
Jason Strucker,
Michaela Wheeler,
Jada White Diaz,
Carmela Williams.
Mrs. Knight, Mrs. Bramble, Mr. Peltzer, Mrs. Lopes, and faculty, parents, and students. These students have qualified for membership into the National Junior Honor Society and have been duly elected into the Salem Church Middle School chapter. It gives me great pleasure to present them to you. Congratulations to all of our new members. At this time, our principal, Mrs. Knight, will lead the candidates into the Honor Society Pledge.
Thank you so much. All right, well, good evening, families, and I'm so proud to see how many of you guys came out to join us tonight for such a special induction. And my apologies to you for kind of hustling up on the stage at the last second. I'm sure you guys are all aware of the deeply sad news that we're losing our superintendent. So we all had to rush out to a meeting there, and so in so doing, I am back now and excited to be able to at least be here to celebrate this very important moment with our children, as I know everyone else in the room is. So thank you again for your understanding of me coming up at the last minute. But students, I'm so glad that I was able to make it because I didn't want to miss this moment for anything. So with that said, on behalf of Salem Church Middle School, I hereby accept these candidates as full-fledged members of the National Junior Honor Society. I hope that they will be worthy of the trust imposed upon them. Will the candidates and the current members now repeat the following pledge after me? I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Junior Honor Society, to which I have been elected, striving in every way, by word and deed, to make its ideals, the ideals of my school, and of my life. That's a pretty big charge, young people. All right, you may now extinguish your candles. You have pledged yourselves to maintain the high purposes of the National Junior Honor Society, so I congratulate you. This marks the recognition of work well done. With that, may it bring you and others inspiration to go forward to greater achievements in the future. And at this time, I'd like to turn over the program to Ms. Berkeley and Anna Maris for our closing remarks. Come on up, girls.
This concludes our ceremony. We would like to y'all may now be seated. My bad. This concludes our ceremony. We would like to thank you all for coming and sharing this special time with us.
Everyone is invited to a reception in the commons area outside of the forum. The new members may proceed to the front of the refreshment line after returning